Oh no, it signed me out. No.
I'm in.
So, Ryan, the last time we played, I played as you in addition to me, and you one-shotted a guy, which
Yeah, I
threw
did.
Darpei off. So
It's
we had to
true.
fight him, and it took so much longer to kill him.
Yep, I added a bunch of health.
You son of a bitch.
I'm sorry, not sorry.
You did
Psychomera.
so much damage.
It was
That's how he
stupid,
does,
actually.
man. Throw them fucking grenades. I learned from my adopted father.
Is that Mr. T and his Mohawk grenades?
It's the only thing I throw, man. Deal exclusively in Mr. T brand grenades.
If you don't think Mr. T can hack the World of Warcraft, then how do you explain the Mohawk grenades?
That was awesome.
It really was. People had fucking tons of those, so everyone was just running around with Mohawks.
Yeah.
The best event in the game, though, was definitely the zombie.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
the one before Wrath.
Yeah, that was the best event in the
Yeah.
entire game.
People were like blocking doors and shit with fireworks launchers and hiding inside. Oh man, remember the fucking the blood plague? Hakar blood plague?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was great.
Unintentional, but amazing.
Everyone gets AIDS. AIDS, 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 just running around fucking infecting everybody with your pet.
Yeah.
All I can think is just
Before
fucking,
that, it was the bomb from Molten Core. You take that into the auction house. Remember that shit?
That was the
The
best
what?
shit.
Or was that before your time? It used to be that people would get the bomb from Baron Geddon in Molten Core, and they would port to Ironforge,
Oh,
and they would
the
run into the
earthen
auction
bomb?
house and kill people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just had a port up in the back, and if and whoever got it would just run away.
Yep.
Yeah. I actually remember that because there'd always be someone sitting there with a little fiery swirly, and then everyone would be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, then they fixed it pretty quick though once people started doing it.
They also fixed retribution or
Yeah.
reckoning. Yeah. Oh god, they never said. They were like, "No, reckoning's pretty balanced. Reckoning's balanced. Don't worry about it." And then someone one shot fucking the one fucking Doombringer that showed up randomly and just fucking obliterated him in a single shot.
All right. We ready to rock and roll? God bless America.
Yeah, I think so. I'll
Believe so.
slowly open all my files.
I'm attempting to send you a picture of me in a pink tiara. It's not working. Because my service provider is a piece of ass. It'll take roughly a day. No, not a good piece of ass. Like that crusty, hasn't seen the light of day in 6 weeks ass.
Real? Wow. Okay.
Straight talk.
All right. So let's get in here.
Even though he's a huge jerk.
Yep. And you guys were
None of us
drafted, even though it's not a true draft. It's more of a come learn to kill people. And so No-Neck Lightborn, his father, paid you some money and apologized for the trouble. And then when you guys were on the way, an Etherian rogue jumped you out of the woods and tried to kill you, and you guys made pretty short work of him as well.
No, short work of him.
Haha.
No.
And on him, you guys found a bunch of stuff, including a cipher book and an encrypted document. But apparently, no one's a linguist, so nobody's able to
Not even our
translate
oracle?
that book. You don't have an oracle. What? Who's the oracle? I don't know who that is.
Well, then.
I'm the Oracle. Who's the Oracle? Everyone hit weird puberty and got going away presents from their parents.
Oh, reading the game log.
Yeah.
And the videos are on YouTube too, if you guys decide you want to go back through and like, if you're having trouble remembering something that happened.
What is Hailstorm? Oh, the Master. That's right.
Yup.
I saw that.
So what?
Oh, I don't know. Disappearance. Okay, then. Time to murder.
So right now you guys have about 2 more days until you'll reach the road that leads north to Shorisha, and then 1 more day after that. So from where you're at to here is about 1.5 to 2 days, and then from here to here is another day.
Fast travel.
Well,
Oh, Blanchy, go!
and this isn't to scale
Can
either
I
because
switch characters
Shorisha is
to Franklin?
actually what?
Can I switch characters to Franklin?
Who's Franklin?
That's a GTA
Grand
joke.
Theft Auto.
Just move on.
Oh, okay.
Because he's normally on the other side of the city. If you wanted to
Right.
get somewhere, you just switch to Franklin.
Yeah.
Okay. But Shorisha actually isn't to scale here.
Thanks for getting
It's
that,
actually only about an hour north of the road. I didn't draw that right, but
You got
Um,
distance wrong on engineering paper.
yeah, I was about to say that.
well, it's the way it is. You'll get over it.
Okay. I say that we continue onward.
Down the roads,
Yep.
away from fire.
So we get to choose fire.
Oh yeah. When we left the town, like the first time we left the town. Wait, no, you weren't here for that day. Never mind. Okay, yeah. As we left the town, we looked at and like saw fire in the distance. At night. One of the towns was burning that we came from.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Have I grown my beak yet? Do I look like a horrifying monstrosity of the night yet? Or do I just look bumpy and weird?
Still bumpy and weird.
Oh.
He's got a super big
Does
nose.
he have feathers yet?
I thought you said there was like dense hair for right now.
Yeah.
Dense
He's starting to get
hair.
some feathers.
I look like
Hawkish
cousin.
nose.
I look like cousin. It. Yeah.
All right. So you guys journey about a day, and the weather is pretty fair. You don't really run into any more issues.
Except for the fact someone just dropped out of existence. There you go.
Who?
Oh, shoot.
There. I don't know who you're talking
Zuzu.
about.
No, Zuzu. Just disappeared for a split.
My computer's acting up. It's responding really slowly and it keeps freezing. It says internet not responding, so I had to refresh it. It's
Probably 'cause
annoying.
DARPA is taking half of it up. And uploading. Well. I mean, Kansas.
Where Dorothy lives.
I
Dorothy
was
doesn't
thinking
live.
Grimby Fro.
Dorothy doesn't.
Well, you're in Oz now.
Well,
She lives in Kansas. She ended up in Oz.
She lives in Oz now.
No, she doesn't. She went
No,
back
she
home.
doesn't. She went back
That's
home.
the end of the movie,
Yeah.
man.
on the
You
Great
need to
Wizard's
watch
fucking.
it. She clicked. You
No.
well,
I mean, the new one.
That's not canon.
that's not the real one.
Not canon. Not canon.
Well, she's buried in Oz and she doesn't live anywhere.
She's technically, yeah.
Tin Man was actually really solid, I have to
Plane
say.
crashes in Canada. All of its passengers are from Mexico, where are the survivors buried? Oz.
So,
Yes.
would you say if I'm going down the road, seeing as how we've already had an assassination attempt on our life as we are going down the road, may I take a 10 for perception? Or,
I think Perception's
Believe
actually
it
one of
or
the ones you can't take a 10 on. Let me check.
damn it!
I don't know
Because I
that
figured
one.
take a 20 would just be ridiculous, so.
You'd
'Cause,
have to
you know.
sit in the wagon and just like stare out.
There's a few
I
skills
have
that you
large,
can't take 10
unblinking
on.
eyes.
I don't remember what they are, though.
Well, I know climb is one of them, unless you're a certain thing. I know if you're a druid and you turn into a monkey, you can take a 15 on a climb, or something like that, even during stressful situations.
No, you can take a 10 on climbing.
I thought it depended on the situation. Well, of course, I guess
Well, it
that's all
depends on whether or not,
so
like, you can't take a 10 anytime you're threatened. Anytime there's a chance that
Yeah.
you might get hit or killed or anything bad.
Exactly. Yeah, so like if you're a monkey, that doesn't count because that's all you do.
Right.
And I have large black unblinking eyes, so I figured.
It actually doesn't
You
say
don't
anything
have
about particular
large, black,
skills.
unblinking eyes yet.
Yeah, I guess you can take a 10 on that.
Oh, yes, you can. I actually just looked it up too.
Yeah.
Neat. Well, apparently you can take a 20, but I'm not going to ask that because that's a little ridiculous.
Yeah, the thing with taking 20, though, is it assumes that you fail a bunch of times.
All right. So then,
So
with
if you
it
take
taking 10
Tony
to
on
get a 16
Perception, then
base-
you, like, have a chance to miss a bunch of things. And then I don't know how I would calculate that other than just rolling a d20. At which point, why don't you just roll it? You know?
Well, just on the basis is you have to beat a 16. I mean, but
Yeah.
like if I spot them at a distance, if you don't get like a 15, just making things a little bit more streamlined maybe. Then again, I did just sidetrack us for like 5 minutes, so we should.
No, it's okay. Like, there's always going to be discussions about rules, especially if people are used to a different
D&D.
playstyle.
Yeah, no kidding.
Or people are like the rest of us who have never played any of
Exactly.
this before.
Exactly.
I second that.
So can I make 3 million gold a day?
No.
You have to
You can't make
contact the
them.
Nigerian
You're not a
prince.
Yes, you can.
You're not a wizard.
I will retrain to be a wizard. Goddamn.
He could theoretically do that, but it would take a fuck ton of money. But I guess it's worth the investment. You just better hope that there's no, like, DM playing the game with you who decides to do really mean things to you.
Like they fall on me and crush me to death.
That'd be a way to go.
'Cause they
One of your
Well,
bags
it
of
does
treasure.
involve-
7,000 daggers fall on you from the sky.
I mean, it basically involves you making
77,000
a
DT.
giant wall of iron and cutting it up into this really fragile wall of daggers.
It's like it's a dagger tsunami. That's a fucking metal song.
Death
right
by
there.
a thousand cuts.
Ryan, since you missed it last time, there's a method in Dungeons and Dragons where you can summon a wall of iron and then use another spell to reforge the iron into a bunch of iron daggers, and then you like cut it up and sell the iron daggers,
Masterwork.
and you make masterwork daggers. But you make it makes so many daggers. It's like 15,000 daggers.
yeah, it's
like
like
it's huge,
15,000 daggers.
ridiculous amount of
Yeah.
daggers.
And they sell
Would
for
imagine-
150 gold each because they're masterwork. So it's like 3.5 million.
I'd imagine there'd be diminishing returns on that, though. I think you kind of flood the market pretty quick.
That's what I said too. Like,
Yeah.
you just crash the
Players
world
know a
economy.
cat doesn't need a dagger.
Listen, everybody that needed masterwork daggers pretty much has them now. So
The entire kingdom
yeah.
does.
Yeah, even the slaves
Yeah.
have their own daggers.
Probably not a good idea, but what?
And their dogs.
little kids are running around with them.
The mice are running around strapped to them with a string.
Everyone
Just fucking-
has a dagger for
Bunnies
every
Cultures
limb.
using them to like cut up vegetables and shit.
Yep. That just became utensils.
Yeah.
Very sharp
Masterwork
fucking utensil.
utensil. Next, masterwork sporks. Fucking in the
I'll
money
just write
then.
Hattori on
Okay.
Yoshi.
So anyway,
I'm
So
not
what are
sure
we
what we need to like make a decision about which way to head or something like that.
so I'll get
What
you
are-
guys
what are-
up here to the cusp of the road. So you've
So we
been
travel 2
journeying.
days.
Yeah, you've been traveling 3 days total now.
Okay.
It's an hour north to Phoenicia. And it's another day's walk to Sylvanost.
What is Furicia or Sylvanos?
Yeah. Do we know
why?
anything? About
So when you
Phoenicia?
guys get to this fork of the road, there is a sign that you can pretty clearly tell has the symbols of trade, food, and lodging.
Mm-hmm.
But as far
Well, we've been
as if
traveling
you
for
want
3 days.
information on Phoenicia, you'd need to roll like a knowledge local or something.
Well,
Oh, sounds like
Ryan,
we could do that.
roll knowledge local. You have all the knowledge.
Yeah. Hold on. I have to. Do I just do roll knowledge?
I suck.
I have your sheet if you don't.
I need to like actually find it. I got kind of distracted.
Knowledge local for you is going to be a +6. So d20 +6.
We all currently have 4,000 XP, right?
Mm.
Damn it!
Pretty sure. Yeah, I did better than him.
Damn it!
Stupid
I don't know
Birdman knows
anything
more than
about
you.
Local.
Are there other travelers passing by us?
Let me think about that one. Because I know a long time ago I told you that there was some caravans that you saw.
Have we been following them?
Yeah, they were way off
Well-
in the distance though. You didn't really close on them.
Yeah, running after them would be a waste of time. Is there a hobo?
I
at
think
the
the
side?
road's probably empty right now.
Not even a hobo?
There are no homeless people in Lacia. That's ridiculous.
We
Yeah,
are currently
better
homeless.
show.
I'm gonna point out that you're wrong.
I don't know what you're talking.
And those
That's
people's
not true.
those people's
I have
villages burned
personally
down.
called the Chupa thingy my home away from home.
That's right.
The what thingy?
You guys have a
The Chupa
motorhome.
thingy. You didn't,
That's what he named
you
your
didn't-
wagon. You don't remember that
you
shit?
didn't notice that I
Oh.
carved Chupa thingy into the side of the wagon?
I forgot that that's what you name my wagon.
Wasn't your
He
wagon.
vandalized your
My
wagon.
wagon.
He paid
It's my
for it.
horse. It's
See,
my wagon.
once I named it,
I did
once
pay for it.
Once I named it, it sort of became mine. When you give a name to something, man, it binds it to you. Isn't that what this whole thing about?
Oh my god.
I don't think that works the way you think it works.
Don't let
So
him
you
name your
think-
things.
So you think Darp? Care to explain? Never mind.
No, that's not my
That-
responsibility. If you guys want to
No, no, no.
PvP, PvP.
We should not PvP. Don't make me cast Obscuring Mist
Do
between
it.
you two.
I will one-shot you.
Yeah, actually, currently at this
No,
stage, you do not want to fight him.
You wouldn't want to fight
He's
anybody
carrying
in your
the
party. Well, because just the rules of Pathfinder are skewed so that players are more powerful than beasts just at a base level. So if players fight players, yeah, bad things happen.
Hi.
And currently, Short
Hide
and
under the
Ryan
lap.
are the two strongest characters we have in the group, so.
Hmm.
Yeah, Short could probably smash all your faces in, actually.
Because
I
you just
say
rage.
we go to Furicia and see what the local gossip is. And we've been on the road for 3 days. We should probably get some rest and some food.
Some grub
I
that
agree
isn't
with that.
trailer rations.
Yeah.
I agree with that. And since you guys have been eating all of my jerky, it would be certainly nice if you replenish me. I'm gonna hide in the wagon though, because I
Well-
have the feeling while our previous town was a little bit more accepting of my looks, I don't know about these guys. Seeing a hairy, big-nosed monster come out of the back of a wagon might be a little bit of a sight to them.
You know, you could just roll a
Not
disguise
a bad
check.
idea.
I don't have. Do you not need a disguise kit? Is this something that was taken away?
I don't think you need a
Um,
disguise kit. You could just like have like a
Be
hood
wearing
that
a
goes over your
cloak.
face. Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna. While we're traveling there,
yeah.
I'm gonna keep trying to disguise myself until I get a good one.
Well, we do have an hour.
He's
to
just in the
travel,
back,
so
like
can we
digging in
just
through a
take it down?
chest.
How'd you get a -1?
How'd awesome? Because I have a -2.
Oh
I
god.
somehow
Oh,
look
that's
more like a
awesome.
bird.
You rolled a 1. So
You
now
look
you
more
definitely
like a bird now. You just sprouted new feathers.
Son
while
of a
disguising
bitch!
yourself.
Dang,
What?
times
Yet
2.
more feathers.
You rolled 2 1s in a row. Really?
2 nat 1s. Just take a
Yeah.
10. We have an hour to travel, and you have an hour to disguise yourself.
But
I'm
that'd be
pretty
less
sure
than
that's
that.
reasonable.
This is also a good time
Put on
to
a
probably
fucking
talk
robe.
about aid another. It's an action that you can take.
Okay. Please.
So
Explain.
basically, anything that would reasonably be anything where teamwork would reasonably be allowed. So like if you were crafting something, or if you were trying to pick a lock. Well, maybe not that one. Well, kind of. Anything you could reasonably have help with, you roll, and then your friend with the same trained skill rolls. And if he gets 10 or above, you get +2 on your roll. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool.
You don't want me rolling to help you on disguise, 'cause...
Well, you don't have any
Nice.
penalties to try to help.
Oh, so I just have to roll a 20.
I think it would be way more funny if you did have penalties. Like he tries to
I will try to help
paint
you.
his face.
Look
I
at
think
that,
the only
look at
penalty
that.
there would be if you rolled a nat 1, then I would probably be forced to come
Okay,
up
so
with some
that's
kind
a
of story
+2,
element.
so technically. God damn it, Archer!
No, I can't do
Okay.
it.
Oh my fucking god! Can we just take the 13 so I look amiable?
Why don't you just take 10?
Well, no. Well, it's the 10. It was the 13 that I rolled earlier minus the 2, giving me 11, which is technically more than the 10.
So you just kept retrying instead of taking a 10? Alright.
No, I'm gonna keep that 13 from before.
I'm not sure you get to decide which rolls you keep. I'm pretty sure that's my job. It's fine.
There.
Oh shit.
Fucking bird face can't fucking.
Oh
hide.
yeah, and doll. Ryan acquired a puppy friend.
Yay!
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. I forgot the wolf's my friend now.
Mm-hmm.
Who we
wolf
don't
from
know
before.
his name.
No, you don't.
I want to call him Odin.
Fucking
You know what? That sounds like a
cheating
cool
fuck.
name for a wolf.
That
More like observant.
seems-
We just
Meta
rolled a nat 20.
knowledge.
Yeah, it's a good thing I just had that salted meat to give away.
It's too bad you're terrible with animals.
I am one. I'm slowly turning into one.
Kind of. You're a sentient
Yeah, but-
being.
Well, technically, I could.
Well, I
take
guess
monster
animals are
humanoid.
sentient.
Well, especially that one.
It's a wolf that's following us. I'm fairly certain it's sentient.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
He seems neutrally protective of us. He's
Yes.
basically observant. But
Is
the
this
fact
the
that
one
we're
from
giving him
before?
salted meat
Yes,
products is
this is
probably
the
a
same
bonus.
wolf from before.
Yes, it is. From like
while
8
we
years
stopped
ago.
on the while we stopped on the road, like before we slept the first night, Kirik gave me meat and I gave the meat to the dog.
Yeah,
And
Kirik gave
Yeah.
us
I
That's
befriended
pretty
it.
kinky, even for druid.
Yeah. I gave somebody else's meat to the dog.
Yeah, you
Okay,
did.
I rolled a nat 20 on my disguise check. I'm good.
Wow. So he's just in the back of the
About
van,
time.
like trying on different shit the whole trip. He's like, "What about this, guys?" And you're like, "No, that's awful."
That's a dress.
Looks good on you, brother.
Now you're just
See,
naked.
she doesn't
Come on.
judge.
Put in some effort.
Wait till you see my pretty princess tiara that I sent to Dark
Oh
in
my
a
god,
message.
that thing's actually really awesome.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah, that's great.
Feel free to send it to them if you feel the need.
I don't have Doll's number, but
I'm about as hairy as what I feel I would look like. Just make it blue.
oh god. Yeah,
There you go.
your new token.
Yeah, there you go. Make that my new token.
All
I'll
right,
buy it.
so is the group agreed that you guys are heading north to Shorisha now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds like an awesome plan. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And now that I look human,
Sweet. You don't look human. You just look not conspicuous.
not even if I slathered mud on me.
Did you make yourself a mud
Inconspicuous.
face that looks like?
That's
like all
not, yeah,
crusty.
that's not conspicuous. Ah, it's a bunch of people and a mud guy.
It's like, I'm,
He must
boy,
have
I'm
just
not
been
made
to
of
the.
mud.
He
I
must
got
have just been
mumps.
to the mud spa.
Yeah.
That's normal.
Don't know if they have a mud spot in Purish.
I think that's worse than looking like a fucking bird.
So
A
as
hairy
it
bumpy thing.
happened,
He doesn't look like a bird yet.
Or whatever.
Ball.
Could we just summon it like Dora?
Do it.
Do it. First one you find, just use it.
How do I find like what my roll things would like my modifiers would be for like knowledge checks and shit?
that'll be. Do you have your PDF open?
I have the Excel sheet open.
Okay.
Should I have the PDF open?
You can look at the front page of your sheet that's on the Excel sheet, or you can look at
Mhm.
the skills tab. But I would recommend the front page.
Yeah, I'm looking. I don't see any like knowledge.
It
thing or
says
anything.
there'll be a black box on the right hand side that says skills. It's the big box with a bunch of rows.
Oh yeah.
And then down about midway is knowledge, everything.
I don't see that.
Knowledge everything. You
Yeah, I
roll
don't
a
seem to
nat
have
20
knowledge
and become a god.
there.
Oh,
That's weird.
you know what? I think this is the sheet that I made for you. I don't know if you updated yours.
I probably did not. I
You
wonder. Let me see if I have the other one. I probably. I think I must have downloaded it last time.
So, anyone else see the Fallout 4 trailer?
Oh
Yes.
hell yeah!
Hype.
Did you guys see the latest episode of Game of Thrones?
Yep.
I'm gonna link you something. Hey, go check that out. Oh, here it is. I have. What's the fan theory?
Do you really want to know? It might be huge spoilers.
I might not want to.
Okay.
I read the books, but that's it. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yes.
Don't tell people that.
Yeah. I've had to hold that in against like with the moon in the room. It's just like drives me insane.
Yeah, fucking Kevin just like blurted it out one time, and I was like, "Why would you do that?"
Kevin, wait, when did Kevin never actually said it. He just
Oh no, he said it when me and Damoon were in
Oh.
Humble once. He was like, "I heard that," like, and he like used the acronym for it, and I was like, "Well, you need to stop talking about that."
Oh god.
well, regardless, I think I mean it's a secret for a reason. So, did you click the link, Walker? I know you'll like this.
Which link? Oh.
The one I just linked. Mm-hmm. I
Slowly
like
back away.
that one. Bye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just seems like they should have fucking like she's a fucking stone cold bitch.
Like,
Since the day.
well, why even introduce the guy who can bring people back to life if you're not even going to use his
Yeah.
character?
I've
For
done
the
a lot
one
of weird
thing that he
things.
was used for. In the end, that is.
Yeah, that was his sole plot purpose, was to bring back
Yeah.
Lady Stoneheart.
Just the fact that she just burns 2 5-year-olds. Just
Yeah.
sits there and burns them. Like, you know what? Go fuck yourself.
She kills
You're
everybody.
related to those guys.
She's a bitch.
Oh yeah. Oh man,
Well,
she even tries
There's
to
a lot
kill.
of things that haven't
Are
been
you
included
talking
in
about
this season,
Winds of
so
Winter chapters now?
Possibly.
Okay, because I don't remember that shit. And I read all the book.
Really?
Lady Stoneheart?
Yeah.
Lady
I remember Lady
Stoneheart's in
piece of
those
Stoneheart.
code.
books.
I don't remember her. Yeah, but I don't remember her burning kids.
There's like 2 like 5-year-olds of somebody that she just kills. I'm pretty sure she burns them. I can't remember. It's kids though. She's killing kids. Don't get me wrong. She's
I don't
killing
remember
everyone.
that.
She's killing anyone that's
She-
even related to the phrase. She doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
But,
Maybe
like,
maybe that is kind of like mentioned when Brienne visits her.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Visits her.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Brienne's just like, I stopped by.
Doesn't she kill
Bran-
Podrick too?
Yes, she hangs him.
Well, you guys.
Tries to.
You guys are spoiling shit. Hardcore.
No, she's not in the book. She's not in the show. It
She's
doesn't
not in the
matter.
show.
She's not in the show yet.
Well, she won't be
Yeah,
in the show.
there's-
The events that have brought her back
Well,
have already well
actually,
and passed.
there is a theory that she's going to show up in the last episode because it's called Mother
Really?
Mercy.
Oh god. What a non. That is not a name for her.
Well,
Also, it's ambiguous what happened at the end of that chapter. That's like a very ambiguous ending.
Yeah. Well, shall we continue with D&D?
anyway, out of the
Yeah.
GOT fan club,
Yeah.
which actually is everyone here.
Okay. We are in the town now.
Yes.
Yorisha.
Yes, sir. So it's kind of a crowded trade center. There's lots of people roaming around. Well, actually, let me back up a little bit. So when you're approaching the city, there's like a group of officials outside, and you can kind of tell that because they're standing there, not doing any work and pointing to people. And
Fucking officials.
that's right, the supervisors. And there's a group of
Fucking
workers
government.
constructing what appears to be a brand new stone wall. They're kind of there's like a half wall on the west side that you can see that looks pretty standard, like just maybe some farmers or something threw it up. But they're like tearing that down and or building on top of it in some places. They're making a much higher wall, which shouldn't be surprising because, you know, invasion and whatnot.
There's a war on. Although, do they seem hurried?
Oh yeah, they're Russian.
Oh boy. We probably
They're
shouldn't
Russian.
stay here long.
Говорите
Yes,
по-русски?
vodka.
Da?
All right, enough
The
of
only
that.
the only Russian I
It's
know is
racism.
the thing they say to every American. Fuck you. Shut the fuck up. GTA Online, gotta love
Catch you with a
Yeah.
dash cam.
Psych blat. Blat. Whatever the fuck. That's what they say in
Blyat.
German.
Sika blят.
it. Sika blyat.
Psych blat.
So, you guys
Said
interact
much
with these people at all, or do you just proceed into town?
I don't really want to talk to the officials.
Okay.
We are kind of running from our
Hmm.
home. That's my opinion. Let's stay inconspicuous, especially since we've got a bird ram under a cloak.
I glare at them menacingly because I don't take kindly to authority figures.
Short would
You
probably
okay
do the
then?
I don't
same.
know what that means.
Short might chuck a rock.
That's
Yeah.
a bad
Let's
plan.
not do that.
Like, try to do it hittingly. I wouldn't roll for him though.
I don't think that seems like a little over the top even for him. But
Maybe
he
if he
might
was
He's
raised.
a
actually. I
trickster.
forgot it's short.
Should we
Nothing's
keep
over the
low
top of it.
key if we don't want to?
I take Loki as possible.
Yes.
All right.
I'll do low key, but my character would be glaring at them, kind of like, yeah,
Glaring
fuck
is
you
good,
guys.
but no rocks. No tossing of rocks.
No
No
rocks,
rocks.
just grenades.
If you're gonna throw something, make it count.
I'm just
I mean,
kidding. I
they're
wouldn't
softer than
do that.
rocks.
They are softer. Okay. Yeah, I don't do
So
anything but glare
after you
menacingly
guys pass through the, well, there's not really a gate yet. I mean, they're setting up for one, but there's not a gate yet. So you just kind of walk into town, or wheel into town, I guess. Roll into town in your badass wagon. There's a bunch of people moving around, just kind of busy trade district type of thing. There's a massive inn on the south side, so sort of where you're entering from. So to your left, as you pass by, there's a really big inn to your left.
What time of day is it about?
Let's get some food and see if we can.
It's probably
Oh,
like
here's some
3 or 4 in the afternoon at this point.
Then we
Let's-
should probably restock our, while the market's going, restock
Yeah.
our rations and get some real food.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. And then we should also see if we can listen at the inn and just kind of figure out what the general word is on what's going on.
Yeah, sure.
And
Okay.
I'm gonna glare menacingly at more people.
So as you guys are looking around, you notice that there's not a whole lot of like what look like residential buildings. It's all like shops and stalls and stuff like that. So it's probably likely that a lot of these people just live either above or below their shops and don't really have like houses as in the traditional sense. So before you got into town, the sign that had like trade on it, there's a Fletcher here, a blacksmith, there's a tavern obviously, and then there's like an urban remedies shop.
I'm gonna go to the Urban Remedies shop to see if the wait, no, there's no magic. Right. So there's no magic potions. Shit. Never mind. Guess I'll just start restocking food.
Potions are one of the few exceptions.
Well, I might browse his wares then.
So you can sometimes get transcendent effects with just chemical reactions.
Like medicine?
Basically. We still have anti-plague and antitoxin because we never used it, so I'm gonna go straight to the tavern and just eat.
Okay.
Listen in
second
on the
that.
word. See what's going on.
I'm gonna do the same thing because I'm super hungry.
All right. So everyone's going straight to the inn, except for Johans. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
I just ate birthday cheesecake.
So we'll deal with the herb shop first. Let me get some inventory. Maybe not so expensive.
We have a grand total of, I think, we got 1,000 gold the other day that was split between us, and then I know I had like 500 left and whatever everyone else had left, so.
And nobody trusted me to split it evenly because everyone had their prying eyes on me while
What's your
between his
alignment?
butt
Like, I
cracks.
don't remember what your alignment is.
It's neutral good.
Chaotic
Okay.
bird.
That doesn't matter. You don't know his alignment.
No, my job is legitimate business bird. Can't believe you don't trust me.
This is official title, guys.
It is. So I proclaim.
Legitimate business big bird.
Big bird.
I could change it to that.
I might dye your flesh yellow now.
Do it.
All right, so
Just like, oh, no.
you enter in this building, and it's a single-story stone-walled building. So whoever works here probably lives in the basement or something. There's numerous toads sitting amongst flasks filled with strange liquids and like body parts sitting in jars, like pig snouts and that kind of thing.
I tap on the glass of one of the body parts.
Well, nothing happens. There's like a gentle ringing sound.
I say, "Excuse me, anyone here?" In the most eloquent human voice I can muster.
Oh my god.
anyone here?
I think someone's asking for help. Quack! That sounds like Krillin.
Oh, God.
Oh god. So the shopkeeper is an overweight. He's an overweight gnome. He waddles out from behind his counter and goes, "Yes."
Hello, new in town, looking for healing. Yes, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Healing tonics and/or potions you may have.
Oh. Well, let me see what I have. He waddles back behind the counter, and you hear some like clanking, and he pulls out a book and just like slaps on the floor, fiddling through pages.
I stroke the top of one of the toad's heads with a finger to pet it.
It
I
eats your
just hope to
hand,
God they
and
aren't
you get
hallucinogenic.
devoured, and now you're dead. I'm kidding.
Okay, see you guys.
Peace, man.
The thing is, we would never know what happened to you because
He just
went into
ran
a random
off.
shop. We all go to the
Yeah.
tavern, and then we never hear from you again, and we're in a bustling town.
I told you where I was going, I'd imagine.
Well, I would
Plus, you saw
hope.
me
I
go
would
there.
hope
If I
that
don't
his
show up
sister
after-
cares.
I know
Yeah.
somebody.
He's a
like-
free bird. I don't
But
want
we
to
can't
keep him
describe
caged.
you because you're in a
It's a free
disguise.
bird.
He looks very unnoticeable. Do you remember seeing him?
Then you guys play "I'm Like a Bird" at his funeral.
Cause I'm free as a bird now.
No,
Wrong
Mhm.
one.
I'm like a bird.
She
I
said
only
I was a
fly
free bird.
away.
Okay.
Not
I
very
wanna
subtle.
fly away. That one.
Yep.
Is that Celine Dion? Whatever. Let's.
I don't fucking know.
Fat
So
young toad
after he flips through the
stroking
pages for a
himself.
little bit, he says, I seem to be out of those. Could I interest you in a Shield of Faith potion?
What would that do? It stops the pain in the first place?
Something
Or
like
his voice
that.
changed? Well, I don't know. What would you recommend? I mean, you're the shopkeep. You know your potions. Is there anything
Well-
you might recommend behind that?
What kind of situations are you trying to prepare for?
Well, as you may or may not have noticed, considering the fact your entire town is going into complete defense mode, there's a war on. So
You don't
anything I might
say.
run into. You don't say. Or I don't say. So, anything that might, I run into or might want to run into me that's pointy and sharp. Shield, the faith potion might be a good thing. How much would that be?
I would think so.
Sounds like
Make
a
me an
grandmother.
It's a
offer.
very uninformed merchant.
I know. He's like, really?
I don't really know. Seems cool though.
So he wants you to make him an offer.
Wants me to make
You would
him
roll an
an
appraise
offer.
check for such things.
An appraisal. Okay. Where's my skill? I should have good appraise considering but considering my past like 25 rolls, that's probably not going to be a good thing. I'm not seeing an appraise. I'm seeing acrobatics, bluff.
You might not have it trained. I think you can do it untrained though.
Oh wait, hold on. Is it Oh
It's
wait,
just
no, hold
int.
on. Adventure background. Oh, hold on. It looks like there's new tabs for skills now.
What?
Or is there? Yeah, here it is. Yeah, there's new tabs for skills. So like instead of it all being
Oh,
on
you mean
one.
in Roll20? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, they did do
Yeah,
that.
it's neat. That's neat.
Yeah, that sheet gets updated on its own, so 13, huh? How many ranks do you have?
That's with 4.
Okay.
It's just wait a minute. Is it a shield of faith? It's not a potion. Is it a it's a scroll, right?
It's a potion.
It's a potion.
Yes.
Huh. Okay, so it's something I just need to drink.
Yup. And it's divine
I mean-
magic, which is way more common.
Yeah, I'd imagine. So probably somewhere. Oh, I mean, there's the appraise check. I don't know. I think I would think somewhere in the area of like, I'm probably giving him a little for like 60, 50, 60.
I'm trying to determine how much you're off right now.
Well, I'd imagine I have. What is my? How much money do I have? Got it somewhere.
Let's see. It's a DC 20 appraise check to determine the value of a common item. If you succeed by 5 or more, you
What?
also determine if it has magical properties. If you fail the check by less than 5, you determine the price of that item within 20% of its actual value.
So I failed by more.
Yeah. Which means I
So
can just
what?
make something up.
Well, I don't have to take it if I don't like the sound of it.
It's true. So he offers it to you for 60 gold each.
60 gold each.
He's got 2 of them.
He's got 2. Yeah, fine. I'll just take both for 120.
Okay.
And a question. What's with all the toads? You said there were multiple, right?
Yeah.
What's with the toads? Pets?
Yeah, he tells you they're his pets. And
They got names?
subjects.
Oh, subjects.
Do they have names? You asshole.
I have a pen.
I don't think I have it. No, I'm not doing that.
Fine.
That's too much work for right now.
Oh god. I buy them both for 120 and wish him good luck and probably to
Okay.
stay more informed about the coming war.
He just laughs at you as you leave. Alright, so Shield of Faith.
And that puts me down to, that was 120, right, for both?
Yeah.
So that puts me down to 772 gold. But I have gold, so yeah.
I'm not sure if I actually have this. Let me see if I do. Nope. Doesn't look like it. So, so Shield of Faith is a 1 minute per level,
Plus-
so you're going to need to know the level of the potion.
I'd imagine, considering he owns an entire apothecary shop, he probably knows his stuff.
Well, that doesn't actually matter, because if you're like a level 8 alchemist, you can make potions at a level 1 caster level, because it makes them cheaper.
Well, if I got sold them by base price, I'd imagine they're 1, so I'd have to drink at the moment I'm about to be shot in the
Yeah,
face
well,
by
no,
an
it's a
arrow.
minute per level, which is actually like in a fucking eternity in combat.
Yeah, it's like, what, 5 seconds per round?
It's 6 seconds per round, so 10 rounds per minute.
Alright.
Most combats don't last 10 rounds.
Most.
If they do, they tend to be really boring unless the team is really good together and knows their shit.
I'm gonna keep one of these, as I'm somewhat squishy. Who has AC lower than me? I've got 17, I think. Who's got lower AC than 17?
I have 15.
15.
I'm gonna give one to not the alchemist, because he already throws bombs, and if he hurts himself, it'll probably be his own thing.
Well,
I have
listen.
18.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give it to my sister, who believes that I'm actually capable of going off on my own.
Yay!
Aww.
I believe in my brother.
It's probably
Huzzah.
smart.
Siblings.
Thank you.
Fucking
I'm
sibling.
not sharing the jerky.
Yeah,
That's okay. I'm a vegetarian anyways. Kidding.
Hey,
Your
look, I'm
character
here.
can be a vegetarian.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Although
let me get
since we're
other
currently
tokens.
nomads, I don't advise being a vegetarian.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
yeah.
plenty of grass and leaves and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It is said a druid can live an entire year on a single drop of dew.
Psychomera is now gluten-free, so gonna need your word for that.
Oh my god.
Gonna need you all to be very, very sensitive about my gluten-free diet.
Have you guys
Not be
seen
eating
that YouTube video? That guy talking about he's being sarcastic, but he's talking about like the right way to do gluten-free diet. I'll have to link that to you
haven't.
guys later.
Like,
It's
don't
fucking
tell
hilarious.
people. Don't tell people you're gluten-free.
You can
No, there's
link
part of it
that
where he's like,
after.
there's part of it where he talks about if your friends go out of their way to make you gluten-free goodies, now is the time to bring up another food allergy that you that they previously did not know about. He's like, oh, do these have dairy in them? Because I can't eat that either. It's great.
That's awesome.
I think that's everybody. Yeah. So you guys are all in the tavern.
I'm gonna. Who drinks?
Can everyone
Who drinks
see
alcohol?
okay?
Yeah.
I have a shadow, like, right...
I'm in the kitchen, so my headset keeps cutting out. I'll be in a second.
There's a shadow, like, right in front of me. I think it's because there's no torch nearby it.
Yep.
That's what it is. Very
Mhm.
dark part of the room.
Oh,
Yep.
it's your beautiful tavern
Yep.
and our inn.
Okay,
Me and my brother
there
are
other
gonna go
people
to
in
the
here?
bar.
Yeah.
Or can I do a perception check just to see, like, what's around?
Sure.
That's what I do, right?
I'm gonna do that too. Also gonna roll shorts
God damn it.
perception.
Can I get worse rolls today?
Not mine. I did a negative.
Well, I've only rolled twice, and they've both been 1 and 2.
I did 2 rolls in a row and it was -1.
That is true. You got your bad luck out of the way, though, clearly.
Ooh,
Yeah.
perception.
All right.
Oh.
Okay, so those are all pretty reasonable, except for Xanthem. Sorry.
Yeah,
Alright,
it's okay.
Oh, so everyone's at
I'm
the
gonna
bar,
assume-
except for the
Yep.
alchemist. The bar, you guys.
I
I'm
have
gonna
0
assume.
perception. I'm just chilling.
I'm gonna assume the person who drinks the heaviest here is most likely going to be our dwarven barbarian. I'm going to pay for his strong ass alcohol for saving our lives from an assassin early. I'm not gonna mention that, but I'm gonna be like, hey, you earned it.
Hey, man, I deserve it for blowing that guy up that one time.
Technically, you
would've-
didn't even put a dent in him by new rules. Technically, you did blow him up.
I
But
killed
no.
him, and this motherfucker rewinded the clock
Nah, I just gave him more health.
and gave him more health.
Oh no! Like, what is the strongest alcohol that is here?
Oh god.
So what do we
Strongest.
learn? What do we learn from the perception, though?
Is it utter moron?
I'm currently loading in people's.
Oh, okay.
Stand by.
That looks like a fat bartender, all right.
He's cleaning a cup even.
Oh, that's what he's doing. Looked like his hand was
Sounds
in his
legit.
pants, which probably would have still been acceptable by most bartenders.
You only need one hand to pour drinks, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's even questionable.
The armless bartender.
Oh, you have to have arms. You don't necessarily need hands.
Working with stubs.
I'm imagining a dude like bumping like stuff around and like grabbing onto him with 2 little nubs
Yeah.
and like flailing around with a cup.
He's just like constantly like profusely sweating, nervous somebody's gonna ask him for a drink.
That's actually how he's
He's
cleaning
like,
the
how am I
cups.
gonna do this?
He's wringing his shirt out into the cups. That's how he cleans them.
That's efficient.
Disgusting.
Hey, you put alcohol in it, so it doesn't matter. It kills all
It's
the
true.
germs.
Only strong
okay.
alcohol, though.
All right, so
Brumar's gonna be fine.
let's see. Brumar doesn't really notice much of anything other than that there's barrels of ale, and that's all he really cares about.
Then I guess I'll get him one of those.
I can look you up. You can look up alcohols on D20 if you want. They do have prices. So Athelis. Oh, I'm sorry, Elithis. I'll get it right someday.
There you go.
You look around and it's pretty dimly lit in here. Though not for you, I guess, because you've got low light, so you probably just don't even see shadows like the other people.
I have special eyes.
So looking around, this tavern seems pretty well traveled. They definitely don't clean very often because the floor is pretty dirty just from people tracking in and out. But you do notice, like over here, there's a different flooring in there, and that looks very clean and pristine. It doesn't seem to be lit or in use, but it's probably some kind of party room or like for special guests. Let's see. I don't like where that lady's standing. She's kind of ominous and creepy. She's like, "What are you standing at my bar for? What are you here for?"
Getting awful close, lady.
Yeah, well, we.
Do I have to give you a bomb?
Hmm?
I think
I'll take one.
she's super weird.
Agreed.
Now she's staring at that one guy. I feel sorry for him.
She's just like walking up to random people, just staring at them until they react, and then just walks away. New target.
Target acquired.
Okay. I want to get a drink. Dally gonna get a drink. Or I'm sorry, Psycho Mara gonna get a drink.
Alcohol.
These people's feet are on top of the tables, but that's okay. You'll get over it.
They're just relaxing,
I'm
man.
going
They're
to
super
buy-
They're
relaxed.
just leaning back.
I am going to buy Brumar a gigantic tankard of bog grog.
Bog grog? Oh god.
It's a gritty consistency, and the dregs may be partaken from communal bottle, although it is not recommended. A strong liquor.
Sounds like what short we're taking.
Bog
Sounds
grog?
like his bog grog.
I don't see that.
It's in the spirits.
Maybe I can't search for it by name.
Probably not.
How do I see how much money I have?
Well, I'd imagine, considering most of the alcoholic drinks in D&D and Pathfinder are somewhere in the area of like 2 silver for like a tankard. How about I just set up like
Well,
5
we
gold
have-
on the table
We
and
got
just drink?
we got 1,300 gold
Shot.
from
shot.
that one.
Don't say that.
From that looting that one guy. So we'll just use that money. to
Don't
buy
say
drinks for
that!
us.
There's 2 things you don't want to say. Oh yeah, we have tons of money, and we got it from that guy we killed.
Yeah.
Like
Hey,
all in the
remember
same
we had money
sentence.
for murdering that guy?
Yeah, in the same sentence.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, Ryan, don't worry about money.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm here, a
Then I
normal
shall
human.
take a couple drinks because I have accelerated drinkers, so I figure I can drink at least 2 in the time it takes you guys. to
Yeah,
drink
you
one.
can
I have-
chug it for sure.
Oh yeah. I drank my way out of that pond.
I
So
forgot that you
fast
did
it
nothing.
that.
propelled him out at the speed of sound.
Yep. I like
Because
actually
that's how
I got
that's how
airborne.
physics work.
I drank so fast.
It drank so fast it pulls you upward.
Exactly.
I'm actually not gonna partake in the drinking.
Yeah,
Much as I'm paying for it.
Gotta be the DD.
Yeah.
It's a little bit weird though that you're buying everybody else drinks and you're not drinking. It
I
has
have to drive the
has
chupa
kind of a
thingy, it is
roofy
mine.
vibe to it.
Have you seen me roll a
little
sleight of
weird.
hand check?
That's meta knowledge.
I have not.
I mean, I can't believe you're gonna convince me that I've done that when you haven't even seen me do that.
Listen, you're lucky that I like the taste of roofies. Otherwise, I'd be really upset right now.
You have +10 to sleight of hand. Holy shit.
Yep,
That's crazy.
that's with a +10. I only got a 20. Like, that's some bullshit. I'm rolling so
Was that an
fucking low.
actual roll, or are you just demonstrating?
You'll never know.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
All
I-
right.
Spot it.
Can I
nurse
roll?
I nurse my mug of ale for as long as everybody else is drinking. But I just
Okay.
have one.
Man, I cannot fucking roll perception to save my life.
I need to know everyone's Constitution modifiers.
That's
0.
Constitution. What is that?
0.
Con.
Con.
You guys are in for a wild night.
Mine's like 13?
This motherfucker
13 will
just.
give you 2. Or 1.
This motherfucker
One.
just
Give me one.
spiked our
Okay,
drinks.
yeah, I have 1.
So the way alcohol works in Pathfinder, you can drink a number of alcoholic beverages equal to 1 plus double your con mod before being sickened for 1 hour, equal to the number of drinks above this maximum. So if you
So
have a
layman's
Constitution of
term-
0, you can drink 1 drink, and if you drink more than that, you're going to be sick for an hour for every drink you drink after that.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm
be
only
like-
having this one drink, so I think
I'm gonna
I'll
have
be
the
good.
one drink then. I also
Gonna-
rolled perception, but I probably didn't notice anything.
All right. So I've planted a few copy pastas.
That was me stealing the gold back from the barkeep, by the way.
You have to tell me that shit.
Oh,
No tipping.
we could
No,
tip
he
him.
keeps the rest. No, I put like 10 gold on the table. Should be more than enough to pay for our drinks, and I said you keep the rest.
Are you actually stealing
So he
the
thinks
gold?
he was really well tipped.
Oh yeah, hold on, I gotta take it out of my thing. I have a bunch of extra cash currently.
I, while nursing my drink, ask the bartender what that super clean room is over there.
He mentions that it's for like officers or royalty or just special guests.
We're special.
It could also
man, we're
be
super
reserved
special.
for appropriate
Remember, we
mom
want to
says
be
I'm
Look at the
conspicuous, so
bird.
don't say that we're special.
My mom
We
always
don't
told
wanna
me
be
I
seen.
was special.
And we're traveling with a bird
What
And
the
a
hell,
wolf.
man?
And the wolf.
and a wolf. Can we
Speaking
feed
of,
a
he's
drink
in
to
the-
the wolf?
He's not in the bar.
I don't
not
think the
gonna
wolf
let
me.
follows
He
He
left
us
him in
to
the wagon.
bar.
Oh, okay.
There's
Oh,
water.
he's eating my
keeping-
jerky.
That would be
He's keeping Blanchy safe.
Ow, ow, ow,
The
with his
horse.
teeth.
weird.
Brother left. Bye.
All right, so Athelis or Elithis, with your perception roll, you just kind of hear some like chattering, but this lady seems rather concerned about something about a crypt and how she went to visit her. She went to visit her grandfather's grave, and like the coffin was broken open and the body's missing, and apparently that's been happening to a lot of people lately.
That.
I whisper to my traveling mates that apparently people are missing from the crypt.
Can I roll a
Hmm.
knowledge dungeoneering on
Yeah, I
possible
wanna-
undead phenomena?
I was thinking the same thing.
Undead phenomenon would actually be knowledge religion.
Well, do I have that?
Whatever the case is, I would.
But
do
I
that.
don't think you have enough information to form an opinion
really?
on that.
Can I
Well-
go talk to her?
You know people have been. You know that bodies are missing. You don't know anything else.
Can I go talk to her?
Yeah, do it.
All right, I walk over to her and I'm like, "What is that you said about somebody missing from a crypt or something?"
Why don't you give me a
did that get the
diplomacy check
body?
on that?
I'm a little drunk. Oh shit, it's -2. Fuck. It's probably because I hate people.
You like Chip from Dave
Is it
Chappelle's
D20
fucking-
-2?
Yeah.
I'm going to help him.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry I didn't help you.
Oh, you tried.
I'm gonna try to help you, but I failed.
You tried, man.
There you
Ooh,
go. You have my sword.
Kira
Shaped
killed
tongue.
you.
You can't just roll.
Yes.
You have to actually say something if you're gonna do that.
Oh, fine.
What do you mean say something? As in say something to the woman?
Yeah.
Can I bribe the woman?
If
into
you're gonna
talking?
help him be
be
diplomatic
right.
with her, like,
Okay.
well, he's the only one helping, because you both failed your roll. So
Okay.
your rogue is the only one.
Good try.
Well,
So he walks up and he says,
Psst,
I
consoler.
think what my drunk friend is trying to ask is, we heard your. By the way, I'm trying to speak as a human. We heard
Rat!
your very. We hear of your plight, and we wondered if we could be of any assistance. If there's any information you'd be willing to share with us about the phenomena that people are experiencing. Man, I'm eloquent.
"That's
Damn, son.
extremely eloquent."
What's your intelligence?
I like stumbled
High
through. I was like,
enough.
What the fuck did you just say? A fucking grave? It's empty?
Well, compared to you, it
That
must
is
sound a
fucked up, man.
Who would do something like
Tell
that?
me about it.
It's like, did you see anything out of place with the grave? Were there signs of digging or anything? If you don't mind me prying.
So she actually, she kind of frowns when Cyclomera walks over, but when you walk over and start talking to her as well, she seems like threatened for a second, but then once you start talking, she kind of calms down and her demeanor seems more welcoming. And so she tells you about how it's pretty common for people to go visit the graves of their family up at the crypt, which is like a mile or so to the north of town. And that here lately, people have reported that their possessions, like the treasures that you would leave behind for family, trinkets, heirlooms, that kind of thing, have been taken, and some of the, like her, in particular, her grandfather's coffin was smashed open, and the body's not there anymore. So it's not digging because it's in the crypt, like there's shelves on the wall type of thing.
Any further? Did it look like? The rocks were there a lot of rocks around the crypt, or were there a lot of rocks in the crypt?
Well, should we roll for knowledge check first?
Oh yeah, that's
Depends what
probably a
you're
good
trying to
point.
obtain. She
Well, I'm
she
trying to
seems pretty
obtain if it looked
convinced
like.
that it's grave robbers. That's what everyone's been saying.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we've already seen some strange stuff. We got birthed out of a tree about 5 years ago. So probably shouldn't
I'm
say.
trying to ascertain if the creature escaped out of
Yeah,
the
like
coffin or if it was smashed in and he was pulled
CSI
out.
forensic stuff. Yeah,
I feel
Mhm.
like
like are
you
there
might have
rocks
to
in the
see the
coffin?
coffin for that.
I want to dust this motherfucker
Alright.
for prints.
Like, do we have permission from her to
Well,
go
it's north.
check out the site? Well, yeah, but I mean, still, we're going into the grave of a loved one from someone
That's
else.
true.
Probably would be nice to have permission,
That's
possibly
true. I'm
expressly
gonna
written
not
down
say
with her
anything
seal.
because
Well,
I'm so fucking shit-faced.
you're just mystified
So
by
you
all the
should do it.
words coming out of his mouth.
I'm just gonna stare at the wall right here while you talk to her.
That's linguistics.
I had no idea he had this kind of vocabulary. This is crazy.
Phenomenon.
Ah, predicament.
It's a very convincing human accent.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
I like how you can say thank you perfectly, but then you just screech out.
Flawless
It's the
human voice.
breathing, it's the breathing.
Well,
in
thank
between
you.
things.
I really do appreciate that.
That was the weirdest moan ever.
I love you guys. All right.
Do you think either she could take us to the tomb, or she could like let us know if we're allowed to go there to see if we could
Well,
help out the town?
she says that she's definitely not going for a long while now because, like, with the invasion on and everything, nobody knows where all the Aetherian forces are, and it's not really
Then-
safe to be out.
Yeah.
Can we ask
that's
her what
probably a
was
good point,
taken from her grandfather?
in case we find it.
Well, she's kind of poor, so her grandfather didn't actually have anything terribly significant, but it
Okay.
was, yeah.
The body was missing.
Could we
though.
ask her
But the
if she
body
knows about
was-
any of the rich motherfucking dead people and if they had anything legit?
Legit.
We know no
something
one in
notable
this
to look
town,
out for?
and it's bustling. Chance of us finding one of the people who had something stolen is pretty slim.
No, we want to ask her. Who's the rich motherfuckers?
I think
So
what my
some of
friend was
the
trying
rich
to
stuff
say.
that's been taken is like, she talks about like pocket watches and like candle holders and
Oh, watches. Damn.
weapons, just mostly heirloom stuff with more
I didn't even know
personal
watches
significance
existed.
than value. Yeah, clockwork stuff.
Okay,
It's just springs
that
and gears,
sounds
man.
good to me.
Yeah, your wind
I
up
think we
jazz.
should go investigate this shit, you guys.
Well, it's
Looks
probably getting
like
late,
we've got a
and we
mystery,
have
gang.
everyone who's drunk except
Scooby-Doo.
for 3 of us, and I'm close to drunk. So we should probably rest the night in the inn and then start off tomorrow morning. That way, any side effects from all the alcohol that we've drunk will be gone.
Well, technically, at the moment, you guys are just buzzed. I mean, you're not sickened. Sickened would be when it hurts you, right?
You'd be hungover, yeah.
Like right
Why
now,
is
you
this
just got
all
a nice
dark?
buzz.
It's not lit.
Oh, I see. Oh, so I really can't see in here.
I have low light vision. I still can't see. This is the darkest darkness. I cast magic missile at it.
Cast magic missile at it.
Into the darkness.
So the
Hey,
cooks
it's
are like,
back.
why are you in the kitchen?
I'm like, listen,
I'm not in the kitchen. I'm not there.
we're just a figment of your imagination.
She doesn't seem terribly bothered because apparently it's not uncommon for drunk people to wander around. As long
Okay.
as you don't
No,
knock
it is
anything
not.
over.
What happens if I wander over here and I'm like, hey, what is that little trapdoor thing? Or is that just box?
It's a box.
Oh. Well, I tell her, go fuck herself. This place is boring as shit. I go back onto the bar.
I sit on our face.
Whoa. That's a dude. This chick's over here.
Okay.
Sit on
um,
that-
I
that
sit
works
on
for
his
you,
face.
Walker.
I'm gonna round up my drunken townmates and I'm gonna ask the bartender if we can get a room for each of us.
So before you guys do that, like when you kind of bow out away from the lady, she says that if you find anything, she'd like to know.
What do
Okay.
we get?
Absolutely.
Did you ask her what do we get?
Yeah.
Nah.
Like legitimately, are you asking her?
I
Nah.
guess.
Yo.
Nah.
What do we get?
There we go.
Well, does she say it in a weird way?
No,
Like-
she just
like,
says
if you
if you
find
find
anything,
anything out,
let me know.
she wants to know. I mean, her
Okay.
grandfather's body is missing.
Would there be any point in me trying to roll perception on her to like just get an idea of like what she looks like or anything?
If you
I
want
guess
the
she's
You're
poor.
looking
flavor,
right at her.
It's no big deal.
if you want the flavor, like or for something like that, absolutely you can do that.
Okay.
But there's also like if you want to know like what her motives are, you'd sense motive.
Oh, that's a thing?
Yeah.
Sense motive. I'm gonna do that. As I'm standing drunkenly next to her, I'm gonna stare at her like she was staring at me earlier. And I just roll 1d20.
There's some rude people in this bar, man. Everyone's got their feet up on the table.
God damn it!
Excuse
I
me,
can't
drunk
roll
friend.
more than like 4.
Well,
So
you're
as I pass her on my way to
fucking
the room
beautiful.
that Kirik is escorting me to, I'm gonna also sense motive.
are you guys paying for a room? Because I don't think that's been discussed yet.
I have the feeling that
think
this
we should-
barkeep would be able to tell me room prices. I mean,
Yeah. That'll be
seems
part of
like
it.
seems like a reputable.
And do they
name.
have vacancy for
We
that
can
many
bunk.
rooms?
I rolled
Siblings,
a sense motive.
all
I rolled
siblings
an
share a room.
amazing sense motive.
So
Badass.
she seems very genuine and earnest in her desire to know what happened to her grandfather.
Hey guys, I trust her.
You're drunk. I don't believe.
I would also like to roll a sense motive when I pass her.
Okay. But Doll, your specialty is going to be mostly knowledge checks and int-based stuff.
Okay.
You're not very good
Also,
at dealing with people.
I'm shitty at rolling anything. I've so far rolled
I think
like,
your highest
mostly
is
1s and 2s.
isn't your highest like Probably alchemy
9?
or
Actually,
Oh.
spellcraft.
Duff.
Yeah.
Duff.
Knowledge, Arcana, Alchemy, Craft, whatever that is. Appraise. I can appraise really well.
Yep.
Spellcraft and use magic device.
Yep.
Well
I'll
done.
appraise the shit out of it.
So with craft
I wanna
alchemy,
appraise
you
this
can use
woman.
that to make potions and stuff, but you can also leverage it for other stuff. Like if you want to know, you use your experience to kind of figure out what things are made of. So if there's like some kind of concoction in front of you, you would roll craft alchemy and try to figure out what it is you're looking at.
This is either healing or fire.
I'm not
Hey,
sure
Carrot,
which.
get us a room.
Well, I mean, you didn't even take me out to dinner first, at least.
So
I'll
Xantham,
replenish your rations.
Xantham kind of covertly listens in to the lady talking, and she thinks that she's being genuine as well.
Eh,
So
I'll believe
room prices, you say?
Can we double up? Save on money?
If you'd like to. He tells you they have several rooms that are single bed. There's one big common room, which is way cheaper. If you just sleep on the floor in the common room with everyone else.
Might also be safer.
But
We
then,
could do that.
but then you
safer
like
than a private room.
your goods aren't going to be safe from people that might steal them. Is the thing with that.
Why will
Oh
our
yeah,
goods
I'm
not be
sleeping in
safe?
the wagon.
Because
We could do
People will be
shifts.
there.
I'll sleep in the wagon because I got the wolf that'll be
Kind of
friendly
like
to
a
me.
gymnasium where everyone just has cots on the floor.
And that's not a cot, that's a sleeping bag.
Yeah, that doesn't seem safe. Well, I mean, it's not like we're
It'd be safe
poor
if
on
you trusted
gold.
everyone.
Maybe we should like
Let's get
bunk in a couple rooms.
yeah. let's get
There's
some rooms.
also there's one room that has 2 beds, and then there's a suite.
What's the suite have?
The suite has 3 or 4 large queens. I can't remember.
We probably could just use like. There's 5 of us, and one of us is gonna sleep in the wagon to keep our stuff safe. So we could probably just do the 2 bed and just double up in beds.
Just do this. Oh, okay. I was gonna say the suite, but that works fine.
Well, the beds
Is
are
there like
twins.
Is there like a giant nested branch?
They're like
around here?
twins / full mattresses in all of the single bedrooms. The only ones that have queens is the suite.
Oh, in that case, we should probably get the suite.
Let's do the suite. And we would even have room for you to sleep inside, but I guess we can't really bring the wolf inside.
No one has
Do you
to
allow
know.
pets, barkeep?
Quick, disguise the wolf as a human.
Yes.
Do you allow
Wrap him in a robe
pets?
and have him stand up on his hind legs and follow me. You do it well enough.
I can't I can talk to animals, but they don't understand me yet. I don't have that skill.
You sound like me, drunkenly
I
jabbering.
can just be friendly to animals and they'll be friendly to me. I can't tell him to walk on his hind legs.
But you could train him to.
Not in an afternoon
Mm.
Not in an afternoon, probably.
while I'm tipsy.
That is, if you believe that the wolf is non-intelligent. Or maybe he is intelligent and he's going to pretend not to be.
I'm gonna believe that he's gonna pretend to be a wolf. Because he's done a really good job about that.
Yep. And they're very nice wolves,
Whatever
though.
he is. I have no reason to believe he's not a wolf.
Nom. Alright, so you guys are buying the suite.
Yep.
Alright. There's 5 of you. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, so you guys can, he gives you the keys to your room and tells you that you can go upstairs.
Where are the stairs, barkeep?
He tells you they're in the northeast corner.
I am going to help the drunken people down the stairs.
Up the stairs.
Up the stairs.
I mean, up
Otherwise,
the
it
stairs.
would be a base. Barkeep, this is
This
not
one's
stairs. This is a
Wait,
fireplace.
which one's our room?
Northeast, buddy.
Over here.
Barkeep, this is a couch.
That looks
You,
like a
you didn't
comfortable
think it
couch.
was important to ask which one was your room?
We'll find it. Queen beds.
I'll try.
Queen beds. We'll see it.
Have you unlocked the door?
Nope, you have a key.
Oh, well, there we go. So how much was the suite? Have we discussed
Oh
that
yeah,
with
that's a
Barkeep?
good point. So the suite
Damn.
is 16 gold per night.
Oh, per person? Jesus.
No, just for the room.
That seems a
Just
little
for-
steep.
Oh God.
I'm gonna assume that the suite is this awesome room down here at the end of the hall, right?
You're right.
So I
64
unlocked the
gold.
door.
Okay.
Wait,
got
it's
it, guys.
16. It's 16 per
Yeah.
person.
No, it's
Oh
just
no,
for
no,
the
it's
room.
for the whole room. I
The
got
whole
it.
room
I
is
still
16.
I'll pay
Okay.
it.
Does it come with
Mm.
amenities like free water and snacks and stuff
Coffee.
like that?
Snacks. What?
Continental breakfast.
You think this is Holiday Inn?
Exactly.
We just
Medieval
ate
tavern at
liquid
best.
dinner.
We just drank. I don't remember
So
eating
if you
food.
want
dinner,
somebody to
breakfast and
like wait on you, like like a house hand or a
Like a
maid.
slave.
No, there's no
Like a
slaves here.
That
By
got
the way, where
dark
the
really
hell
quick.
am I? Alright.
I drunkenly try all the door handles.
Oh god.
Oh, I yell at you from down the hall. Hey, it's this one down here.
Barkeep.
He can't
This is
hear
not my
you.
room. Doesn't matter.
Gonna pull him.
Beds. Yay.
There's a shrill old lady that yells at you. Go away!
Behind every door, there's a shrill
Yep.
I think it's the bird friend. Because they sound the same.
No, I sound
Oh,
eloquent.
beds. I jump in the middle bed.
Brother and I sharing beds.
Oh,
Yeah.
can
Actually, I
Brumar
pull the
come
bed
up?
after we all get here.
Oh yeah, you didn't move Brumar. Whoop!
Oh yeah.
Yay. Okay, I guess siblings will share
Jesus, he's
beds.
fast.
That
Alright.
makes sense to me. Mr. Rue
It would, wouldn't it?
Gets his own. Listen, I'm a selfish bastard. That's just how it's gonna go, okay?
Who's the biggest character? Shouldn't the biggest character get their own bed?
I'm the tallest,
Tallest? No.
but
Yeah, but he's with a
Brumar
dwarf, and he's
is
with a
Brumar
short
is
dwarf,
probably the
so he
biggest.
cancels him out.
yeah,
Wait a
he's the
damn minute. Where
widest.
are all of our
He's
goods?
the widest for sure. He's got giant hips.
Good for birthing.
That's right.
Great birthing hips. Because, we don't birth out of trees anymore.
Nope.
Well, in my backpack, I've got the. Wait, is anyone else? Because I'm currently carrying the like cipher book and all that other shit we've got.
Mhm.
Generally, all of my stuff stays on the horse unless I need it.
So
Because he
you
has
wanted
bags
to
that carry
know.
stuff.
You wanted to know what amenities your room has, Xanthem.
Yes, it did. So do I need to roll perception?
No, I'll
or-
tell you.
Sweet.
So this is a common suite. So your accommodations consist of a so you have your floor is actually heated because you're above the kitchen, and the heat from the fireplaces is channeled through your floor.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Are you
And-
fucking jumping in other people's rooms?
Shh. I'm climbing out the window, onto the trees, and into other people's rooms. In the
You
middle
better
of the
be
night.
rolling climb checks for that shit.
He's a peeping Tom.
Actually, no, I don't want to be rolling climb checks. for
Yeah,
that
that's
yet.
what I thought.
Not until I can transform.
Now, I'm gonna just go out on a limb here and say, everyone, that we've already been someone has already tried, since we're all in this room in private, someone's already attempted to kill us once. I'm gonna go ahead and take the bed that me and Zuzu are gonna be sharing. I'm
Lower.
gonna push it against the door.
All right.
Oh, so we're sleeping by the door? That's kind of scary.
You don't trust the superior locks on your doors?
Nope.
You said it's a common suite.
I don't trust the shrewdness of the people who've tried to kill us before. So I'm just gonna push the headboard of the door up against the door frame. Of course,
That's
we can't
smart.
particularly.
But you know what would be a better idea?
Hmm.
Pushing all the beds
Oh
against the
you fucking asshole.
Oh my God! Is the room high enough to make a bunk?
There's so much more room for activity.
Yeah. No, we need beds against the window.
Yeah, what about ninjas? They always come
Yeah.
in through the window.
Well, can we block the window with the beds?
Well, before we go any further, I've got the trail rations on me. If we want snacks in the morning, we can have breakfast.
Snacks.
Wow, we didn't eat food.
I mean, we should probably
No,
just
we had
we need to
liquids on.
we need to go replenish our wares, and we're gonna go check out our
We
dungeon.
can do that in the morning.
We should do that in the morning.
When everyone's
What are the
Since it-
other amenities? You didn't finish.
You're right. Basically, the use of a blanket and a pillow are amenities. And there's also
Oh my
a
God.
covered chamber
That comes
pot in
with
the
a
corner.
regular.
No, it
Dude,
doesn't.
my bed
Okay.
has all kinds of amenities.
There's a what in the corner?
A covered chamber pot.
Oh, good.
Is it used?
No, it's clean.
Oh, good. I throw up in it. What do I roll for that?
What?
Throw check. Throw object.
Throw object.
With your stomach.
He actually has throw anything.
So there you go.
Okay.
You
I
can
throw the
up.
chamber pot. I stack. All right. Super security. We use the chamber pot, and then we put it outside the door.
Oh God.
Nobody
Everyone
will
in the hallway
ever.
just smells vomit.
They'd probably just bring you a new chamber pot.
Probably.
That's probably true.
It's not break anything because we won't have to replace it. It's unnecessary.
You know, this town, currently the most expensive thing I've bought are these potions, and they're divine magic. I'd imagine a chamber pot's probably going to be in the area of like 2 gold.
Okay,
Let's
true that.
go to sleep.
Okay.
The most
sleep
will
tonight.
damage is our reputation.
Alright. So you guys go to sleep.
Good night.
Sleep tight, my little bed bugs.
Speaking of, I think there are bed bugs. But don't let that keep everyone up.
I feel like you would eat
All of a
them
sudden
though,
it goes-
because you're a bird.
Right as it goes black, you
Oh,
say,
eat
"Oh, by the way, I think they were bed bugs."
Lights
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Everyone fell asleep. Bling ding ding. Bling
I
ding ding.
quietly masturbate. Do I roll a stealth check?
I suppose, if you're serious.
Muffle your
Um,
sounds with the pillow. There you go.
I roll a perception check.
Okay, I'll do that.
Wait a
Why
second.
not?
You're preemptively trying to determine if somebody else is masturbating.
Yeah, he wants a reason to
Duh.
masturbate.
I watch, sometimes from the closet, but almost always dressed as Superman.
Oh god. Why do you think I wanted my own bed?
You guys are ridiculous.
Well, Keurig doesn't sense that he's masturbating quietly.
Yeah.
Another dry night, I guess.
Stealth.
Another dry night. What the fuck?
God.
You guys are ridiculous.
Oh, hey, so we're not dead.
Nice.
Yep.
Night survived.
That's a nice amenity. Waking up
Mhm.
alive.
Non-death.
Alright. I want food, so let's
Let's
go
go buy
outside.
food.
Yeah, let's go. Well, can't we? We should probably get a real meal from the inn.
Yeah, let's get breakfast downstairs.
Breakfast.
Pancake!
There's not pancakes.
Fucking
What do they have?
eggs! Eggs covered with cheese and more eggs.
Milk and eggs, bitch.
Wait a damn minute, I'm a bird. No, that's not right. I sense there's
order
something wrong with
The
that.
chicken nuggets and eat them staring at
I can't. There's no windows
what's
downstairs.
his name?
I can't put Brumar through the windows downstairs. There we go.
My
Well,
God,
we're
there's
eating
still people in
breakfast.
this.
We're eating breakfast. We should probably sit at a table.
Baki,
Well, someone's got to order.
bring me your finest bacon.
Send over your finest bar wench.
Ah, he turned
Why are
to
we
me.
sitting in the
that was
darkest
sudden and
table?
jarring.
It's a very dark table.
By the
I guess
door?
it's the one that does have the most seats for us. This one's better.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and tell the barkeep everyone's orders. I'm gonna assume it's going to be a fine breakfast.
Table
But I
wench, huh?
guess we are trying to keep inconspicuous, right? So maybe we should just
Is that
hang out in the
Cher? Who
dark
the hell is
area.
that?
I don't know.
I don't know, but was she waiting in the dark that whole time? She crawled from under the table.
just like hello.
She's actually a
comes out from
witch
under- Oh,
from
well.
Left 4 Dead.
Table
Oh.
witch.
But
I
she's
knew it.
so cool. Get away from that witch. Well, I'm gonna assume that everybody here wants a fine breakfast. So
Yep.
whatever a fine breakfast will be.
An omelet.
I want.
God damn it, sis.
Omelette du fromage.
I inquire of the bartender if this was organic, grass-fed. What is the word? Ethically
Free
killed
range.
chicken.
Ethically
Free
free range,
range.
ethically slaughtered chicken.
Gluten-free chicken, please.
Inconspicuous, please.
So you just shoot him a look like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I shoot Psychomera. The meanest of looks.
I decide not to ask that, and I ask for a Big Mac.
I don't think they know what that is.
Probably not.
Oh God, what kind of hell is this?
I ask if they have a giant breakfast plate for everyone at a table.
Ooh, sharing. I like that.
Oh, like a
It's
smorgasbord.
caring. Yeah. So like 30 eggs, 500 things of bacon. And just
500.
feed the inn, the whole inn.
I don't think we should do that. That seems crazy.
Low key, you think?
That seems very not low key to order the giantest thing on the menu. Let's just
Not low
each get breakfast.
A big plate is fine though. He agrees that he'll bring you a big plate of
That
food.
works.
Just a bunch of ham and
A
eggs
bunch-
and bacon.
Can we get a
of food.
glass of water too? I'm sure we're all parched.
You guys are ridiculous right now.
Do you have refined mountain spring water?
I require Evian, and only Evian. Actually, I can create water for all of us so long as we have cups, so it really doesn't matter.
So I heard,
Awesome.
You just
heard you
keep
guys
crafting
want
that?
bacon.
Yeah.
Is that
Yay, bacon!
Oh my god.
Dinosaur
What the
bacon!
fuck?
right?
Did you slaughter a person?
My
Giant,
mic keeps
actually.
cutting out. Hold on. My mic keeps cutting out. I'm gonna fix that real quick.
Oh my god, it's Brumar bacon.
Yum.
I don't know what that is. Tray of something.
Tray of food.
Sushi.
It does look like
Breakfast
sushi.
sushi.
Actually, it kind of looks like there's like deviled eggs in the middle there.
Why are we
Breakfast
seeing a
sushi.
spot where there's a black? That's annoying.
What are you talking
That's
about?
racist.
Wait, what? Black?
Shadows. There's a dark shadow spot.
Yeah, because
Oh,
there's
yeah,
no
we
light
don't
there.
talking
see-
about that earlier.
I
but
don't see
decided-
shadows because I have the
B.
light. So yeah,
But
Oh.
I figure
apologize.
this is less conspicuous since we're trying to remain inconspicuous. If fewer people see us, this is like
That's
it's
true.
a weird place for a dark corner of the room to be, considering it's the middle of the fucking room. But
And it's
I figure that's right in front of the front door. Like it couldn't be more obvious. But apparently this is the most stealthy place we can chill and eat. So
Okay. Makes
plus
sense.
I don't want anybody to see my shame from eating this much. So I'm
Aw.
just gonna do.
Stuffs of space and shame.
Nom nom
I
nom
eat
nom.
because I'm fat, and I'm fat because I eat.
Aw.
so the rogue has suddenly gone silent. He's committing to his disguise.
Finally.
You can hear though, right? Like when we're talking.
He's fixing his mic. I'm assuming that he can.
Hello, hello.
Hiya.
Hey, you're
There
back.
we go. Took a while for it to fucking realize what that was. Is everyone here?
Yep.
So, yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that. It just, like, all of a sudden my thing was like, and just turned off and just everything went to shit. Alright, well,
Oh.
that looks like a lot of bacon, so I'm just gonna go ahead and we're all gonna dig in at a minute.
Yes.
I thank the man who brought us out our food and compliment the chef. And we go.
Oh
Can we
my
take a
God.
doggy bag? Are we allowed to, the food that we don't eat, can we take it with us? That'd be awesome.
For the wolf?
If it's not too.
An adventure
Yeah, I
leaves
mean,
none for
not
the
Yeah.
just
road.
that, but like
I
for
would be
snacks
save
on the
half my
road.
food for I save half my food for the wolf.
You can
It's
take
not
whatever
that
you
I
want.
don't.
But they don't have
eat a
to-go
lot.
boxes, if that's what you're asking.
Well, that's fine. I'll make a
I
go
craft a
box.
to-go box out of a table.
I mean,
What?
All right.
you could buy
Don't
like
destroy the inn's property.
you could
I
buy
try
like
to steal some of the
I
food.
spare
bring out my
box
knife
of
and
cards.
carve my name into it.
That or like scarf on my outfit. Just roll it up.
All right, I try to steal some of the food that he's saving for the wolf.
Mm.
What do I roll to counter
Because that's
that?
too much. You don't save half the meal.
Oh,
He'll
I'm
start to
sorry.
think he's people.
He'll start to think he's people.
He can't
Listen.
be people.
You don't steal
You're
from
just
me.
gonna
It's a
treat him
good
to
perception.
beg. Damn it. I playfully was trying to steal it. We all know I'm bad at
I grow
stealing
less
things.
trusting of Cyclemera, which, since I'm neutral, means I'm less likely to save you.
I tell him that he doesn't have a sense of humor. I throw a grenade at him.
Oh, come on, guys.
Roll
Let's be
initiative,
friendly.
everyone.
I'm kidding.
Initiative
Okay,
rolls. I'm just kidding.
The bomb goes off,
Yeah,
destroying
that's a
half the
joke.
tent.
All right.
Yep.
We eat the food. I don't think there's anything else for us to learn here. I propose that we head up the road to investigate this crypt situation
On our
in
way,
the
we
morning
replenish our supplies.
and replenish our supplies on the way.
Oh,
like
did
that.
I not
And-
mention? You have to go through a
No.
forest to get to the crypt.
Damn
You
it.
fucking.
There's a path, but it's not like paved or anything.
Which means we're not going to be able to bring the cart.
Wait, why not?
You can
For
try.
But can't we
It's
just clear the path as we're walking? Or is that
every
just
like
too much
5
work?
minutes.
Do you have a shovel?
That seems
Yeah.
like a lot.
It's a lot of work.
Mm.
Is
Yeah,
there a
it's like-
stable? that we
There
can keep-
sure is.
Can't we just take the
Cool.
horse and leave the?
The inn actually has
Leave
stables.
the cart.
Yeah.
You
Well, we
could
don't
Yeah,
wanna
but if we leave the cart, they
it'll
you
Oh.
just
could
go away.
theoretically
People can
pay
take-
someone to watch it.
That's what I'm trying to do, basically.
But we
I'm-
need someone
Barkeep
that we can
seems nice.
trust.
They would probably do that at the stable, is watch our cart and
Maybe
horse.
the lady could watch it since we're doing a favor for her.
She seems genuine and trustworthy.
Yeah.
Can we ask the barkeep while we're eating breakfast? Because we just pay this dude a lot of money. Can we be like, hey, so what's the deal with these grave robbers in the area? I want to know what's
What
going
love
on.
is.
I want to know what grave robbers is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They stole a body. It's probably necromancy. But I'm not
Yes,
religious
but he doesn't
enough
know
to
that,
know that.
and we don't know that either. For all we
'Cause I'm
know,
not religious
there's some
enough.
We
grave
also
robbers
don't even know what
around.
necromancy is.
Unless. Oh! Can I roll? I'm kidding. I don't even have
Well,
it trained.
what
Unless
did-
that's a -2.
So what are you
Well,
wanting
it's
to
for, like, the
know?
necromancy. Well, like, could I like deduce after a night of thinking and not drinking and listening to them masturbate if like it might be necromancy considering they stole a body instead of any of the things worth money. Like just recently. A
No, they
body was
stole the
stolen.
They did
things.
Just
steal
take
this
them.
stuff.
Well,
They stole
yeah,
things
no,
worth
not
money.
necromancy. Well, necromancers
know-
like shiny baubles too, but they like putting it on their newly undead formed creature.
It's also weird that they would take the bodies. What do they need the bodies for? Wouldn't they just take the items if they were grave robbers?
That's a good point.
Maybe they're using the bodies as blackmail. It's like if you want your body back, give us something more.
It seems like a weird plan considering that the person they stole a body from doesn't even know about this
This
Yeah,
ransom.
true.
ransom.
Mm.
And be like, they'll deduce ransom.
They'll figure it out. And they'll bring money to
it's
the
money.
gravesite.
Plus, they stole the body of a super poor person. Seems like a poor strategy for extorting money.
It worked for
True.
Goldman Sachs.
Oh God, too
My
soon.
God,
Way too
Mumble just
fucking soon.
Mumble
like-
just hates my headset. I don't know why.
I'm sorry.
Sad day.
So we asked the bartender if he knows any more details about the grave robbery.
Unfortunately, I've
Yeah.
only got 5 more
Um,
minutes before I have to get ready for work.
Yeah, we're probably going to wrap it up after you guys get to the forest. So the barkeep tells you that he isn't actually from around here, so he doesn't have any family that are buried in the crypt. But he's heard a lot of people complain that there's been a ton of damage to the crypt, and I guess nobody's been there for a little while, and nobody's seen the groundskeeper who lives there either.
Getting
What
real
He
about-
probably left or
silent
got
What about
hill
this
here.
groundskeeper? I want to talk to the groundskeeper.
Nobody knows where he is.
Does he know where the groundskeeper used to live?
He lives there's a room in the crypt that's just inside where he lives.
Oh,
Quick question, barkeep. Where's your local cleric and/or clergyman?
He kind of frowns at you a little and says, "We don't have those here."
Not
I
to
mean, I
mention that we
realize-
want to stay far away from them because in case you forgot, the clergymen of this region
Mhm.
don't like us.
yeah.
No, there's more than one religion. I realize that Lacey is. I mean, I'm just talking about even like Obadhai is technically a magical divine being. I mean, unless Obadhai isn't in this particular universe.
They have a crypt and no clergyman or
Yeah,
priest
exactly.
or anything. Seems a little bit
So like,
fishy.
no rites of passage done by a holy man. Come on, who
Correct.
does that? Like, so
Or
who would
like
be here?
fuck
Like,
religion.
we don't have those around here. That's
Well,
just
is that
setting
what
up
your
for some
knowledge
evil
religion
shit.
check is for?
Why not?
I think so. That should be it.
Because I mean,
So
like, why would anyone be
The
buried
two
without rites?
predominant views in Lacia, there are people that worship. Let me pull these open. So there are people that worship a god called Nethys. He is the
Hey, my
two-faced god.
Is that the god of death?
It's the neutral god.
He's got no agenda.
Oh, it's already shown. Well, I'll just show that. Oh, okay. I haven't moved that text out. That's what it is.
Okay, not this.
Hey, it looks like the theater face.
This is also the sigil of Lacia. His face is like plastered everywhere. It's the predominant religion.
Well, so while there isn't a town clergyman, like not one that's set up here, does he know of any possible clerics that might be passing through the area? May have stayed at this crypt.
What's your
Because
deal with
I'm
the
gonna
clergyman?
go ahead. Clergymen can be considered holy men in a sense.
Well,
I'm just saying, like, they
considering-
follow.
I give you kind of a look, but it's like, dude, he didn't like it the first time you started talking about clergymen. Why you keep
I realize
asking
that
about
he-
clergymen?
Well, I was asking, just in a. Nate, geez, you're a dick when you're not drunk.
Drink a beer, man.
I'm asking because there's a bunch of bodies that have disappeared at a gravesite, not given holy rites, meaning, in a sense, that like there's some. Even if I don't know that it's necromancy, I feel there's got to be some kind of evil afoot. At least I would feel that way. But nah. Want me to do another religion check to see?
This is some crazy judgy bitch. God.
Yep.
I take it that's the other one.
She's actually just super neutral.
Well,
She
you want me to do another?
judges everyone. and
she
not
does
neutral.
judge everyone, but she
She's a
holds
complete
Too
sociopath.
good.
but she holds everyone equal.
No,
I
no
don't like
beggar,
her.
sure, but no portman either.
She doesn't judge you until you die either. So if you're evil and kill people your entire fucking life, she will be nice to you until you die.
It's like Slaanesh.
Sort of.
Well, I mean, do you want me to do another religion check to see if there might be like a feeling of evil afoot?
I can tell you right now that since you know that magic in general hasn't been around for quite a long time, other than divine, like necromancy hasn't been heard of in quite a long while.
Eh,
She
And
wouldn't really be suspicious of that.
and in addition to that, if it was around, there are no laws, past or present, in Lacia that forbid the animating of the dead. There are laws that forbid robbing of graves, but there's nothing to forbid anyone from raising the dead. It's not a criminal or sinful act.
that's fucked up.
Weird.
That's like day one shit. It's like rule one: don't fuck with the corpses.
Well, it depends. The people in Lacia are more practical than that because they're more of the arcane magics. So
I realize that there's many
science
practical
and
applications of the dead.
experimentation, but it's like everyone has their own personal moral code, and a lot of people wouldn't approve of raising the dead of their own family or maybe their own countrymen. But if it was like, I don't know, an Etherian rogue that attacked you on the road, nobody would have any qualms about a skeleton following you around that was an Etherian that you killed.
Weird.
Good to know.
Okay. So,
We call him Mr.
summing
Bones.
up what we know, there's not really a formal clergyman of the area. The guy gave you a pretty weird look, so we don't want you to ask any more questions about clergymen.
There's
We
no
don't
official
suspect
clergyman.
necromancy.
I apologize and tip him a gold.
But as far as like religious leaders, like the closest you're gonna get is the groundskeeper.
He's missing, and we have to go to the crypt to even check it out. Anyway, so
Yar.
let's leave
wonder if-
here. I will feed
Yep,
my
and
dog.
Who's watching the trail or the horse? And...
Oh yeah, let's ask this lady if she can watch her stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, who has high diplomacy? Because me and Cyclomera don't.
Mm-hmm.
I have a -1.
So the
What's,
barkeeper actually hears you talking about venturing north to the crypt, and he knows that you arrived in a wagon. So he just offers to watch that for you, since it's already stapled
What? That's awesome.
Sweet.
Thanks, man.
for
sweet.
for a price.
What?
What kind of price?
What are we
Can
talking?
we just ask the
2-3 gold a
lady?
day.
Yeah, he thinks like 3-4 gold sounds fair.
Cool. He'll watch it for 3 gold. I'll adjust my gold.
How long is it gonna take us? Guess it doesn't matter.
So you guys visiting any shops before you head out?
Is there a food shop
I-
that we can replenish our rations? Because that's the only thing we've used so
you
far.
could buy rations here at the tavern.
Okay. Then
Salted meats and cheeses, yay!
I
Yep.
replenish. I replenish Kirik's
All right.
rations since we ate.
Sounds
them.
good.
Sweet, I got a week again. I mean, really, we only ate like 3 days worth because
Yeah, we didn't eat all of it. We had just a little bit.
Alrighty then.
Cool.
And as we venture forth, all of our consciousness leaves our body. Time freezes, and we all disappear for a little.
Well, We can pick up here, and you guys can visit shops and stuff before you head north. Because I know Travis has got to head here in like now.
Yeah,
Right
it's
now.
midnight for me too.
Well, I would love to stay, but
I
It was
second.
hilarious.
Yeah, me too.
Masturbation,
Oh,
probably the best
shit.
part.
I forgot to
For me,
scratch my name into the bottom of the table. Damn it.
what's up
Not
with
too
you
late.
scratching your name into shit all the time?
Nothing.
Well, good. That gives me some time to
Mm.
organize what comes next. I wasn't expecting the inn stuff to take that long, but you know, sometimes
It is when you spend 20 minutes. It is when you spend 20 minutes setting up the room to be ninja proof.
It's true.
Yay. Yeah, it would be fucking hilarious, Darp. I never checked if the doors move in or out on our room. Like, if they
They
just
move
pull
out.
they just pull up.
Your bed is right there.
Yeah.
You're sleeping right there.
Yeah. Like, no, no, no. Yeah.
That's awesome.
No, it's because we didn't ask anything. You wouldn't have said anything otherwise. But in the future, I'll be sure. Sure.
But we would have locked our door anyways. Hell yeah. Yeah. Badass.
I forgot to ask that gnome's name. He seems fun. He has toads for subject.
Swing by before we leave. You can ask him.
I just pop my head in.
That would be good. It's probably best to
Well,
shop.
I gotta go. Thanks,
Yeah,
though.
We will shop without you.
Okay,
I'm
just,
gonna
you
get
know,
a snack,
keep in
but
mind
you
that
guys
if you
can
go
shop.
any farther, keep an eye on me, because I've got all the sensitive information stuff, like our little dossier in the box and everything. I've got it in my pack, so
yep.
I made sure not to leave it in the stable downstairs where we can't see it, because, you know,
Lols.
people with our personal information, not a good idea.
Smart brother. Good job.
All right. Well, I need at
Street
minimum
smart.
like a 5-minute bathroom break then.
Take it.
Mhm.
See you guys.
Peace, dude.
Bye.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. How much would the supplies? I don't know what they're called, so I don't know how to look them up.
Trail rations?
Trail rations. There we go. Yeah, how much are those?
I think they're like a silver each or something.
Two gold pieces each. And
That's
we
not
spent,
bad.
We ate 3 days worth.
Yep.
Oh, 5. I looked at the wrong ones. I looked at the dwarven trail rations. Cool. Well, I think that's all we like needed to replace and replenish. We're about to go to a crypt.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I don't have anything that I want to bring other than
And there's a blacksmith here. Fletcher. Hint, hint, archer lady.
Yes. Sorry. What?
There's a Fletcher in town.
Okay.
Do you know what a Fletcher is?
No.
They
Educate
make
me.
bows and arrows.
Oh dang. Okay, I'll hit up that place.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, there's actually a decent chunk of story that happens in some of the shops. Maybe we should wait till next time.
I like that. I have to get up at 5:40, so let's do it.
Okay.
Is that alright with you guys?
I just put in my log that I replenished the rations.
Okay.
Okay.
So-
Thank you. Much
That way I
appreciated.
remember that I did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
But other than that, like, I bought that at a little cart on the side of the road in this trade bustling city.